The decision to ground an aircraft is one that must come from the Civil Aviation Authority, not the government. This from Acting Prime Minister Colm Imbert, who, during Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing, refuted claims that government did not act in the best interest of its citizens in relation to the ongoing Boeing 737 MAX aircraft concerns. Janine Browne has more.
In the first place, it would be unlawful for a minister to tell the independent Civil Aviation Authority of Trinidad and Tobago what to do or what not to do with respect to aircraft.
Acting Prime Minister Colm Imbert clarifies the decision to ground an aircraft is the sole responsibility of the Civil Aviation Authority. The United States Federal Aviation Administration on Wednesday grounded all U.S.-registered Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. CAA Director Francis Regis later acted in accordance with the FAA and signed off on a notice of flight prohibition. Minister Imbert insists it was the right course of action for the FAA to act first, given that the aircraft are manufactured by the U.S.
In international aviation law, there is something called a design state where an aircraft is designed and manufactured, and all of the specifications for that aircraft come from that particular country. Our Civil Aviation Authority, not being the design state or not being within the design state for the Boeing 737-8 MAX, is in no position to determine the airworthiness of the MAX 8 or not. That is for the design state to do.
And Minister Imbert wants citizens not to panic as it pertains to CAL's November 2018 announcement that it planned to upgrade its fleet to the Boeing 737 MAX 8. He says while a $7 million down payment for the leasing of the aircraft has already been made, CAL will only act in the best interest of its customers.
But the down payment is part of an agreement based on the successful completion of the delivery of the aircraft that would have been certified and deemed to be airworthy. So that is something that the airline has been authorized by me to look at as well.
Minister Imbert says if the aircraft is found by the FAA to be unsafe, government would seek to recover its down payment. Janine Browne, TTT News.
American Airlines operations in Trinidad and Tobago is hoping to be back to normal by Saturday. This after the airline on Tuesday stopped the Miami to Port of Spain route, which was serviced by Boeing 737 MAX jets. It follows the Boeing company's recommendation that operations of the entire global fleet of 737 MAX jets be temporarily suspended out of an abundance of caution and in order to reassure the flying public of the aircraft's safety. Works and Transport Minister Ruhan Sindanan gave an update on the impact on the flights to Port of Spain. American Airlines usually operate 3 flights daily into Port of Spain.
They have assured us that they are using another aircraft to minimize the inconvenience to their passengers. Most of their passengers yesterday and today who would have been put in a position where they could not have either leave Trinidad or arrive into Piarco would have been accommodated by Caribbean Airlines and some of the other carriers, JetBlue, United.
He said the airline is operating 2 flights today and 2 flights tomorrow and should be back up to 3 on Saturday.